Oh, no.
You know, I was gonna do one, send you one. Take a breath, blink, then spool. I don't know him like that, you know. So I'm like, he probably was kidding. Well, very, very
technical on that. But again, too, if you don't have some kind of way of knowing what depth they're at, because if you're off by 20 feet, you won't even be on the fish. So I totally understand where it's coming from. It just, I'm just glad he did the work on it to show me the exact footage I needed to stop at, you know, and stuff like that. So, or the yardage on there. He did the yardage work. Yeah.
I was even thinking when it says stop, get marker, open, swipe right, swipe left, three, you know. That's it.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, definitely. That shows the, you know, how.
He knows what he wants
Mhm.
because that's what he needs.
Yeah, exactly. But also, too, for me, like, it shows how involved we are with our customers. Like, we actually care what.
You get into details, you know.
Yes, yes. All right. What's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Albert Sartucci here, and we're going to be spooling. We got Daniel Garcia in-house, Mr. Lucky on the fire drawings. I'm telling you, I think we got to set you up to go get the lotto, bro, because that is, you on fire.
You got to tell me how to do it.
You never done the lotto?
And I play, I just say, hey, I want whatever, and, or what, and they'll just give me a ticket. I never do the whole.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Oscar? Oscar in the house. So we are going to be spooling up this LX MC single speed with the 80-pound diamond Mamoy. It is hollow core, so we're going to be filling this up, and he will be claiming some of his winnings over here from the fire drawings. That LX Raptor is going to be one of them, right? Oh, yeah. Right. But yeah, no, I can't wait for that drawing next week. That's going to be pretty awesome.
How's that one go? I went on late. I went on there.
So it's a fundraiser. Instead of me trying to go get a loan or trying to go start a GoFundMe, I want to make some moves, but I need I need to come up with a lot of money and quick. So instead of doing that, where all the donations basically nobody gets nothing in return. What I want to do is set it up to where, because everybody wants one of those 82 Rex 3 speeds, but I also got a call. They're like, hey, I want to help, but I don't want an 83 speed. I'll use it. And I'm like, so I got to thinking, I'm going to do it like the rest of them. I'll leave it at the $1,250 credit. But the main thing is that. But if it's people that don't want a big reel, then they can use that for smaller reels. You know what I mean? So, and we can fluctuate it like that. So that way, I don't want to close the door on anybody. I want everybody to be able to get into it, for one, because it means we're going to get a higher amount. But two, they could probably get 2 or 3 SX Raptors for that price. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. But again, too, it's a set at that reel and or that amount of in-store credit for them, and we'll go from that point. And it's going to be a mega one, $10 buy-in. I'm already starting to collect, so if y'all want to send in funds to get your name in, but the drawing will be this Friday. I'm hoping the reels are in by then, so that way you can actually see what they're going to look like and all of that, because I know I have one extra of each of the orange, the pink, the red, and I think I got blue, gunmetal, and green coming in. So once that happens, I'll be able to actually show you the reel and stuff like that. So, yeah. Jacob, what's up, boss? Did you finally get some sleep there, Jacob? I know you were probably on cloud 9 yesterday, so that was pretty awesome. Oh yeah. Let's see. Get this. Okay. That should be good there. So I'm setting up the anaconda knot right now, guys. And one of the main things you got to remember is when you're splicing, guys, you have to cinch down the braid. And by doing that, you see how I got my fingers tight on it and I'm pulling it. You can see how thick it is on this side compared to when it leaves my hand over here. That means I'm sucking all the excess braid off of it. You see how it's clumping up right there? And actually, I'm going to go back the other way just so you can kind of see it too. There's the regular braid right there. And then there's the splice where it starts. So I'm going to pinch my fingers on the braid and I'm going to pull it through. And you can start to see all the excess buildup of braid. See all that slack right there? You don't want that on your splice right there, because if it does, when you actually finally do tighten it down, it will actually burn your line and it cause a cutoff. So splicing, you gotta finish it all the way off by taking all that excess braid or from the outer braid off. So we actually had a customer in here that somebody else tried to help him with it, and we found and he spliced it like that, but he forgot to cinch down the braid, and when he did, it all came undone. So the splice came undone. So figured I'll go and just remind y'all of that. Y'all gotta get it nice and tight. But there we go. There's the anaconda knot. Yes, first door right here on the left. Yes, sir. All right, here we go, guys. Diamond Moy, 80 pound of the hollow core going on that LX single speed right there. Oh, that looks beautiful. Mm. Mm. Wow, 1 a.m. Yep. Yeah, I got home. I did my night little leg workout and squats and stuff like that, and then crashed out. I think I was in bed by 11 something. So, John Holiday, what's up, boss? How you doing? We are here spooling. I already did one reel, but I did it with mono, and I was like, man, I'll go and go live so I can get everybody or get more spooling videos out there. Especially since I got all that braid in, and now I can start filling up everybody's reels that's on standby over here. Let's see. Oh, man. Coming up on 300 yards. So, how far was that shot that you took on that turkey, Jacob? All right, and we're setting this one up for casting, right?
Correct.
463 yards, boss. If you're not spooling mono in a cardboard box, you are doing it wrong. John Holiday. Yeah, with the rap, you gotta have the raptor finger, bro. Like, yep. You gotta have them raptor fingers going, bro. That's awesome. All right, guys, it is Saturday. I was looking at, I set my alarm earlier to get up earlier to go do some distance casting this morning. And man, my body said, nope, sir. You're going to sleep in a little longer. So my grandson stayed overnight last night. So a few times he woke up in the middle of the night, kind of, I guess, not knowing where he was at for a bit. And uh, since I would, put my hand on his back and like pat his back, he would go right back to bed. So yeah. What? Oh no. Okay, I quit. The Raptor Claw has been retired. I quit. That's it. Bye. We'll see y'all later. I'm unsubscribing. Oh man.
The hook.
That was literally the hook. Oh, man, bro, dang. Now I have no reason to watch him no more. I know. Oh man. There we go. All right. So which one we got next, boss? All right. We're gonna do it the same braid. Okay. So this one is an LX Raptor Plus, and we're gonna be doing it with the 80-pound of the Diamond Amoy, 80-pound hollow core. So yeah. Yeah. Reset the line counter. Start again. Well, I guess we'll definitely have put some feelers out there. Anybody, if y'all can find the Raptor Claw, let's get one over to John so he can get back on that because that was pretty awesome. I know Monkey loved that on the videos and stuff. So yeah. I forget what movie it was. That just popped in. Now I ain't got no reason to go over there no more. Oh, that cartoon with the whale wash, uh, where Will Smith's the fish and he goes up against the shark. Shark Tale. Yeah, when she goes, and he like the girl was saying, well, I wouldn't be here no more. And he goes, man, if you ain't here, like if they fire you, I really won't have no reason to go to work. That's what popped into my head right there. Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, got the anaconda knot going here. So I do have to say this weekend was pretty awesome. Going out to Galveston, meeting with a bunch of shark fishermen out there and regular fishermen and stuff, and just sharing the knowledge that we have gone through and earned down here fishing on Bob Hall Pier and our coast of here in Corpus Christi and Pins and South Padre. Even up there when we went up there and we won all those tournaments fishing for shark and reds and stuff like that, and just to be able to help a lot of guys out there with the different level of knowledge of, tried and tested true techniques that we do down here and stuff like that was pretty awesome to see their reaction and just, them now truly get a full understanding of who we are and what we're about, and stuff like that was pretty awesome, and the team guys and prospects that were out there too to see it for themselves, the amount, that we were able to help all those different guys out with what they had going on was exactly why we do what we do. And then, telling them about the YouTube channel, I was like, man, the way it is on the channel, or the way we are here in person, is the way it is on the channel. We want people to learn. We want people to upgrade their knowledge. And so, for me, it was a great way to just solidify who we were as a team and what we have to offer and what we're bringing to the table everywhere we go. So it was that's the one take I do have to give and share with everybody here on the channel. So it was pretty awesome. So locked up drag in the house. What's up, boss? So we are doing 80-pound in the Cortland, or not Cortland, Diamond Mamoy hollow core braid. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Do a little bit more. There. Let's see. So, how badly do you haze the prospects? Yep. It does go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and it takes a while. You know, we really have to be able to fish with them multiple times and see when the fishing's great, when the fishing's bad, when the weather's great, when the weather's bad. Like, we got to see how they're really going to react in all those situations, because again, too, you know, we're a family orientated team, so going out there and fishing along other, you know, fishermen of all levels, you know, children, special needs, totally capable, not totally capable. So that's a very, very big deal, concerning us and how we handle things. Is, you know, whenever we bring somebody on the team, we must make sure that we can depend on them 150%. So it is a true test to, you know, when we allow somebody in there, we got to be able to know that we can depend on them at all times, because there may be a time where one of us goes down, and if one of us goes down, you know, the rest of the team's got to be there to make sure we are good to go, and they have all the knowledge that is needed and the brain uh, knowledge to understand what's going on and what needs to be done to take us to the next step. So, you know, it's very, those are all the things we look at when we're looking at somebody to bring on to the team and or to carry the name with us, because again, too, you know, when they're out there by themselves, they got to be able to make the right choice of what to do and what not to do and how to handle all kinds of situations as well, because that's all it takes is one person to make the wrong move, and then the whole team gets thrown under the bus. And as you already know, I already have enough haters. We don't want to make more because somebody makes, you know, the wrong choice, um, whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? So 456 on this one. How much did I get on that one? That one was
Five, something?
no, it was less than five too. Yeah, it was 464, I think maybe. It's right up in the same boat, man, in a few yards, but yeah, no, I didn't break 400 on either one of them and stuff like that. So, ah. Hey Jacob, I did send the link. I didn't know if you were able to come on or not, but I think I sent it. But yeah, last night that was a trip, man. It was not allowing me to go live, um, full on that video, and I don't know if it was the phone or the YouTube channel, but I want to say it was the YouTube channel, because even when I went to switch to the other phone, it kept trying to do that other deal where it turned the camera sideways rather than up and down. So, come on. No, John, I sent, or Jacob, sent it to Jacob, not to Slime. Sorry. Oh. Mm, mm. There we go. Yeah. Ugh. There we go. That's number three, actually. Two for the video, but three for Daniel. Ooh, a Neptune's heart? What? Oh, man. That is nice. That is really nice. Look, there's braid right there. Okay. Yep. Oscar Ayala, can you give Daniel my number? Sure can. I'll do that here in just a bit. Remind me to do that. Or actually, let me send you a text. I'll do it right now so I don't forget, because that normally happens. Yeah, no, without a doubt, there's, you know, that, and, one's a Spectra and one's a Dyneema too. So the Dyneema can be pre-colored prior to it getting wove, and so that's why the color stays almost permanent. Whereas the Cortland braid is a Spectra, so it gets dyed after it gets wove and actually onto a spool. I actually saw a how it's done video of how it gets done on there and stuff like that. So what it does is they get a full spool of the braid and it's white, and then they actually they dip it into a coloring and they raise the temperature, and it gets pretty hot in there, and so all those colors get dyed into the braid or onto the braid and stuff like that. So that's how they get all those different colors and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh. Demo. I noticed there was a black spot, black dot on your other reel, and I see one on this one. Did you do that?
To see the spin.
Okay.
I think the close up and the great the C4 and everything,
Oh.
but that was just the.
Okay.
When I brought that one time, the LX that had the shark on it on the side,
Mhm.
the old one, the one that didn't have the clicker,
Yeah.
and it was messed up. And you showed me, and I said, oh, I didn't check them, and then so that's why I put that dot in. Once I did, I checked them to make sure that was breaching.
Roger that. Yeah, I guess. That's attention right there. That's attention to detail. Mhm. Well, no, what I'm saying for me, like for somebody that you hand a reel to, hey, go spool my reel, and they notice a dot. So yes, sir. Mm.
I put some pepper on my eggs, and it fell on the reel.
Okay, so like the biggest thing I noticed is how loose the tight line is woven. After a session or two, the spliced in tag end starts getting pushed out of the braid, creating an ugly weak spot. Are you talking about the tag end gets pushed out that way, or are you saying that the braid is actually slipping on the entire splice itself? So actually, I started doing the intermittent fasting, and so for what I started doing was I was doing it at minimum like 12 hours, and then I went up to 16 hours. Um, and then I was like, I'm gonna do one meal a day, but like a good, like a big healthy meal, or unhealthy, I don't care. I'm gonna eat one big meal. So, but I ate late in the afternoon. I was like, well, because I want to push it through the next day. Well, I found out that at night, like when I'm doing my workout, I started getting heartburn. I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to eat sooner, so that way it's already broken down and I'm upright before I actually go to lay down and stuff like that. So I went from that 6, 7 o'clock. I moved it up to 3 o'clock, and I think yesterday I ate at like 12 something, and I think it worked out pretty good there because I didn't have no issues. So that's where I think I'm going to set my time to eat there, and then I have pretty much all day to work it off and stuff like that. So splice holds, the tag end comes out, and the braiding on the spot becomes uneven in the process. Okay, locked up. Actually, I have seen that on multiple lines. I've seen where the tag end, where it starts pushing through, like it pushes through back on there. And I think it's because of the static from when you backlash, or well, for me, because I do a lot of casting, so I don't know how it's coming out on you, but for me, when I backlash like that, it tends to start coming out of that back end right there, and I see that mainly when you have some kind of breakoff or cutoff. I think because it's so tight, and then it comes together, and that allows that tag end to start coming out and stuff like that. But I've seen that in all braids, Diamond, Cortland, Jerry Brown. I've been dealing with the hollow core braids for about a decade now, and I have seen where it has totally. Uh, I haven't found one that doesn't do it, and so even that now I can see where that weave can make it a little bit easier. But again, too, there we got to find out what is causing it. What is the actual instigator of that problem? I am just kind of, thinking out of all the stuff that's happening and stuff like that. And for me, I think a lot of it has to do when I cast and I break off or a backlash and it comes shooting right back because it's all nice and tight and then it gets loose really quick. So I think that's why it's happening like that. Um, but it could be something else, like I said, or like you said, that maybe because their weave is a little bit looser, you see it a little bit more faster. But yeah, I've seen it on pretty much every single braid we have dealt with. And again, too, though, we are also limited on which braids we will fish because of the braid, like the extreme braid. We only fish with it at 13 trips, and then I end up stripping it off because it was causing too many problems for us. So I can't, vouch for any other ones, but for all the ones that I did actually fish with for longer than 13 trips, it was, the Jerry Brown tight line, the Cortland. Um, I did do diamond for a while, and I actually saw that because after the coronavirus hit, that was the only braid we could pretty much get our hands on. So we fished for that one for a while, but then we got on board with Cortland and then tight line, and we definitely been seeing that a lot. So. Yeah. Hmm. Are you throwing lures? Are you throwing bait and weight? And you said that you're rubbing it over your leg once under tension was enough. Are you saying when you're taking out the slack from the braid over it? Is that what you're talking about? From the splice? Oh, there it is. Sorry. I just read it over here and then I looked up and then I see the invite there. What's up, Jacob?
What's going on?
Sitting here sharing knowledge and learning knowledge. That's sure.
On
Mm-mm-mm.
how to eat crayons?
I pick and choose which color I want to eat first. You got to know which one. You can't just go dive into them. If you do, you're what do you call it? Unorganized or what? There's a word I'm thinking about. Just like you're man. I had it. I had the thought in my head. Like if you just go dive in and just eat all the crayons without having a specific color, to go to or whatever. Like But then again, too, I mix all my food. You know what I mean? I like tasting all the flavors at the same time, kind of deal. You know. So how long was that shot, bro, to the turkey and all of that? I don't know if you put it on the channel, but I've kind of focused pulling and stuff like that where I'm actually at. So.
I was just a 30-yard shot.
Oh, okay. So when are y'all gonna cook the turkey?
When I go over and pick it up from the taxidermist.
You're gonna go what?
When I go pick it up from the taxidermist.
So the taxidermist will actually give you back the meat out of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never done a turkey, so I didn't know. But I know when they were doing fish, when you took fish over there, you didn't get nothing back. The meat would end up being destroyed or whatever. So.
Well, see, along with fish, you're not getting any more. I think they started doing this about 10 years ago. With fish, it's just from pictures, and they recreate your fish. They don't actually use the skin and everything else off of fish. It degrades too fast.
Well, yeah. Well, it was. Yeah, this was over 10 years ago because I was over there in the back when I was talking to the guys with. Because I was trying to get them to build me a mold, and they said they would give me one if I could bring them a bull red over 50 inches. Because they didn't
Yeah.
have any more replicas of them and that size. I was like, shoot, we catch them all the time on Bob Hall Pier. And then after that, I couldn't catch a single one over 50 inches for like 2 or 3 years, and then Bob Hall Pier went down. So,
Yeah. Well, that's the way it usually happens.
oh yeah, no. But I'm waiting for the pier to get back up because I got some plans for the pier. I got some
Yeah.
plans, and we're spooling this one all the way up with this, right? Yes.
What's up, Uber?
Fat Cat, what's up, boss?
Ugh. Yeah, I ended up falling asleep out there on the couch.
Okay, what were you saying, Bob?
So yeah, says I fell asleep out there on the couch.
Last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, when you showed that picture, when you sent that picture, how long before that did you actually nail your turkey?
That was about 30 minutes or so.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
So
there you go, everybody.
you were still you were still on cloud nine.
Oh yeah, there it is.
That is nice. So okay, so the way the arrow is in there, I can tell if it's in the turkey or if that's where you
No, it's
placed
just
it
laid.
on. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just placed on there. It's not in it.
Okay, I was gonna say, man, I figured they would have gone right through that thing at that area.
The first shot, yeah, it went right through that turkey. The turkey didn't even move. I thought I missed him.
Oh, wow. So you took
So
a second.
yeah, that. Oh
So you
yeah,
took a
I
second shot.
had to because I thought I missed him.
Hmm.
So I took the second shot, and that's what brought him down. But
Hmm.
I grabbed the wrong broadhead when I loaded up that crossbow, because that broadhead is usually meant for deer.
Hmm.
So yeah, it went right through it. Didn't even flinch.
Jeez. Wow. Um, do you remember that one kid that took down that elk or the moose that hit him right in the chest, and it like what was that? And it just started pouring out blood
Yeah,
all
that
over
was
the
an
floor.
elk.
Yeah, and just dropped right there. That's
Mm-hmm.
insane. Yeah, didn't even know it hit him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was. I think he was like 15 yards away from that elk when he made that shot.
Wow. That, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but when you make a shot like that at that age, it's gonna be so hard to trump it. You know what I mean? I mean, eventually he'll find something that will, because But once you go in at that high of a stat of a shot,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to to.
Oh yeah. Well, every hunter will have that kind of shot, and I rather some taxidermy do skin on mouth. If you can find a taxidermy that does a skin on mount for fish, use him because he's really good. Then
175 yards. So we'll say 675 right there. What was that? 30 pound. You did 30 pound on that SX? Uh, you got any more reels?
Yeah. What's the bottom?
Oh no, that's trash.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
and the color like a watermelon.
Did you go through those colors there?
Yeah. I like the yellow, but it was up there all the 200.
Yeah, they're all in 200. But I did tell them I wanted them in all the other sizes as well, so that is coming. Um, I gave you back your spool right now, the 30, right? Okay. All right, so now we're gonna do 50 pound in the tight line braid, and we're doing an MXL Raptor. This is pretty. So how's Daniel doing? I know you said he's doing okay. Is therapy and all of that increasing, or how's he?
yeah, he's doing pretty good. More of
Hmm.
a pain in the butt every day. So
He's getting back on top then.
mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh, and I'm so glad I went to the chiropractor yesterday. Freaking. And actually, from the fishing and climbing up the rack and all of that, I went Sunday when we got back, and then I went again on Monday, um, and then Tuesday I had to do that delivery or work on all that weights, and so moving it all from here around the shop and all of that. But yeah, today, so yesterday I was doing all the barcodes, but I think I'm gonna have to replace the ones that I started with because they looked a little distorted. But the ones I was printing out
Mm-hmm.
yesterday looked really good. So I'm actually gonna backtrack and barcode everything. The original order plus the add-on order of the gear for Fishing Tackle Unlimited because I don't want to take a chance of getting out there and it not get read or something like that. So and I don't have a barcode scanner here to test it to make sure, but I think that would be I think that'd be a great thing to just knock it out of the park right now since I'm not gonna go back up there till I think the second week, next week or the following week. So I got a little
Mm-hmm.
window to play with it all, and so but yep. So a few of the subscribers went by. Daniel went checked out the shop. He goes, dude, you're gonna wreck shop over there. I was like, yep. No, I know I will. It's got to get them to be willing to take on all the gear. You know what I mean? So that's always a tough one because that is a lot of money. But the good thing is, I know I have complete faith in my gear that it will take over and sell. So, yeah. What are you working on there, boss?
Hmm?
What are you working on there?
Leather.
What
Yeah,
are
do you think
you
I'm working on?
your calluses? So I can hear you pulling it tight, once you get it through and stuff. So breathing kind of heavy there.
Yeah, that's because of damn arthritis.
No. John Holiday says, I thought it was a space shuttle.
It is just for John.
Hey, you know what, man? With all this beach closure stuff and stuff like that, that's what we need to tell them. We're not fishing. We're doing space flight activities out here. That's what we identify as space flight activities. I think that's going to be the way to circumvent it. Yep, 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 yep. They want to take away our beaches. I mean, again, too. Um, Rachel Caballero is working on the list for who we need to send our next emails to because like I said, it passed that board. And see, here's the thing that really annoys the hell out of me. It got voted no the day prior. One of the council members wasn't there, so he called for another vote on it. And the next day, the main guy, the head of the city council, and him voted against it or for it. So now it passed. How do you vote against it and then the next day get a revote and it get passes? That's what I don't get. Like, I'm completely lost on that. So I want to know.
Somebody got bought.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand how it can be re-voted on. I thought once they voted no, then it's done. Like, what did they change to make him vote yes? Mm. Right.
It's going to be one of these.
Ooh. Ooh, nice. Is that a cup holder or is that for a real cover?
That's the coffee cup.
Oh, all right. Okay, okay. So it's gonna be for mason jars.
Yeah, that's
That
buffalo hide.
that. Oh wow. That's nice. Well, John, we definitely could use your help on this one, boss. Freaking want to annoy the hell out of him. Like, how the hell did you? I'm just thinking like the dude was asleep at the wheel. Had no. I'm trying to give the guy benefit of a doubt, but if he voted on something like he really didn't pay attention to what the hell he was voting on, that's the only thing. And if that's the case, well then they ought to do a revote and vote it down. So it lost 2-3. You know what I mean? Or 2 out of 3. Mm.
It won't matter because they got to him, so it'll be a vote yes again.
Mm. Wow. Did anyone know that Jacob had talent? Ooh, John poking the bear. See.
John, quit spreading lies about me.
Uber wants one for him and one for his wife. One of those mason jar holders, boss.
Okay. They're 35 plus shipping and handling with the mason jar cup.
Would you do those for like the other cups, the what are they? The freaking the metal cups, whatever those are called. I'm freaking brain dead
Like
right now.
these?
Like what?
Like these?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, depending on how big it is.
Okay. So I'm definitely gonna have to get some measurements and go from there. So.
If it's got a handle on it already, then probably not, because that's a pain in the butt.
Right on. All right, Uber. I got you. Hey, y'all shoot me a text reminding me whose number I got to send where.
Oscar. Hey, Uber, does Oscar have your phone number? Because if Oscar's got your number, Oscar's got mine. So.
Oh, yep. There's another way right there. 600.
Yeah, Oscar.
681 yards, so 50 pound on here.
Oscar,
Hey,
send Uber my phone number if you don't mind.
there you go. Right, okay. That saves me a text or two.
Well, I only asked Oscar because Oscar just texted me a message.
Right. Oh yeah, most definitely. Oscar should be in communication with Uber because he came out to the several of the fishing trips where we all met up on the beach and stuff like that. So and shoot, and when Uber shows up, man, you eat while you're on the beach, man. Normally I'm used to losing about 15 pounds. I think I gained 10 pounds while I was out there. Not complaining. I'm just saying, man, I did eat. So it's awesome.
We always ate what we caught.
True that.
We brought other food just in case.
Is that all you're getting, Daniel?
Better get out of here soon, you know.
You still got, you got quite a.
Over this rod over here.
You got a what?
That rod that I brought you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I got. Damn, the phone is hot.
Oh man, I seen a video the other day.
That's great. Yeah, I don't understand why it does it.
The title of the movie or the title of the video was "How to Eat Nope Rope."
How do you what?
How do you cook nope rope?
The hell's that?
You don't know what a nope rope is?
No.
It's a snake.
Nope.
It's
That's
what
why I
a
don't
lot
have
of
a
a
pet
lot of
now.
people. Yeah, well, a lot of people call them that don't like snakes. They call them nope ropes.
Oh, okay. So, Daniel Garcia, one of our fire drawing winnings, is claiming some of his funding today for getting himself an MXL Raptor and an LX Raptor. So, yes, sir. Very nice, very nice. Congratulations again on your winnings. Yep, putting a face to the drawing winners over here.
So, to me, the mattress is kind of good if you get that too, right?
That's it. So, but hey, guys, I think the phone is going to cut off because I'm hearing it kind of glitch on my end. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'm going to get reset up and probably here in an hour or so, I'm going to go live again because I finally got all the braid. And again, too, just so y'all can see, all of them spools of braid right there, plus everything in there is hopefully ready to fill up everybody else's reel that is still up here needing braid and stuff like that. So I want to hurry up and get all of that out of there if I can get it done today. But again, too, guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember, next week's mega drawing is going to be a $10 buy-in. I did go and add in the clause that if you're going to get into it and the 80 T-Rex is something that you're not going to fish with, we'll give you the same amount of credit for what the reel would have been, and you can get smaller reels or reels line or whatever. So, yeah, that way we can kind of satisfy everybody that wants to get in the drawing. So, yeah, I think I like that. So, yeah.
Sweet.
You good? Let me see that one more time now that I'm sitting down, because I was having a look at the screen on top while I was up there spooling. So,
Which one?
what you're working on? The one in your hand. Yeah, I love the edge where you brought in the darker color one. That is awesome.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah.
with the handle.
Hmm.
So,
That I like that. I like that a lot.
and that's the buffalo hide one, and it's got all my stamps that I've used over the years. It's got that one. It's got those two, and
Mm,
then that one there. Buffalo's kind
nice.
of hard to stamp, so I was amazed it got that much.
And you got it covered with all the different stamps. So definitely, you're working
Yeah.
out there, brother. Again, guys, you all have a good day. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get back on the live, but I'm gonna give you all an idea. Like those barcode printing like crazy over here, and I mean
Sweet.
it's a lot of barcodes, but I'm gonna handle it. So STUs will be stocked up with hard life gear here pretty soon. Y'all have a great day. I will talk to y'all later, guys.